Welcome to Module 2 of our Intro to Yoga course. And today we're going to be talking about starting a home practice. That's what this module, that's what all these lessons in this one is all about. Reasons you'd start a home practice? Well, there are tons, and I'm going to list a few of them. But just imagine it's just like if you were in college or taking any kind of schooling. You could just go to class and never do any homework, right? You could go and you'd learn some stuff and you'd be decent, but if you never took what you learned with you, or if you never studied outside of class, you can only get so far. And that's the same with your yoga practice. So you might be attending classes regularly and needing to add or supplement some home practice to your life, or maybe there's not a studio around or a gym or a class that works in your schedule. So starting at home that can be the best option for you. And I think everybody should have even just a tiny home practice, or at least the option to do so. So let's see. The positives when it comes to starting a home practice is that number one, it saves time, a lot of time. It saves money. You can make it whatever you want. You can do 10 minutes. You're not constricted to a set time like 5:30 p.m. or whatever the class time is. You can make it 5 minutes. You can make it an hour and a half. You can do whatever you want with it. Um, this is one of my kind of more silly ones, is you can wear whatever you want. If you want to do it in your underwear, you can do yoga in your underwear. That's cool. No one's watching. No one's there to watch you. Not that they would be at yoga class either, but no one's judging you. If you're feeling a little self-conscious or not quite ready to step foot into the yoga atmosphere, you start on your own and build that confidence through time. And let's see. There's so many options out there for your yoga practice. If you're okay with doing videos, I'm going to actually be providing you with a lot of resources to do yoga videos, which is how I started with my home practice. And I'll just mention these right now, you can't buy these anymore, by the way. I started with APY 60. This was seriously a random Facebook ad on the sidebar of my desktop. And I was like, what is this? And it was just at the right time that I was looking for some home DVDs to do yoga, and P90X there was only one video on there, and I'm like, I can't just do P90X. So actually, this is an entire yoga system, 60 days, and I did it like 5 times through. I actually went to American Power Yoga then in Dallas and trained with the instructor and creator of that DVD program. But like I've said, that doesn't exist, so I wish I could give it to you, but ethically, I have these on my computer, but ethically and morally and legally, I cannot give you these videos or share with them at all. So instead, I'm trying to make the most of it and provide you other alternative options, whether it's my self-teaching in some YouTube videos or some really great other alternative options. So videos are awesome. I'm sure there are podcasts out there if you need direction. And there's also a way that you can start your own home practice with your own sequencing. Now, there are a couple negatives or downsides to starting a home practice, is that there isn't going to be a teacher there to help you or assist you or answer questions. So you're kind of on your own. The positive to that is I will be here as your personal yoga coach. If you have any questions in particular, come and ask me, ask the group, just reach out. And so although I won't be there, or no one will be there in your home, we're here for you anytime you want to reach out. So that you won't be able to get all the assistance you need probably that you would in a class. And then at home, it's harder to stay accountable, especially right away when you start practicing at home. It's going to be hard to start because you're so used to not doing it. But once you start doing it for a while, you'll find yourself craving it. And one of these lessons is creating a yoga or meditation space in your home that you'll always have. So when you step on your mat or when you get there in that space, it feels calming. It feels like you should be there. It feels like you should practice. And then the last kind of negative to starting a home practice, only if you were to go to any classes, would be that you're not quite part of a community, an in-person community at the gym or the studio or wherever. But the good news is we have our online community right here on the interwebs, so you're still part of something. It's just a little bit different when you're doing a home practice. My biggest recommendation is to combine studio classes and home practice. So if you go to a studio class maybe once or twice a week, and take with you what you learned, and then do it at home. And there are some people who go to studio classes every single day, but the teacher is there to guide you and help you along your journey. And eventually, you know, you'll have to branch off and do some on your own. And that's my biggest recommendation. Although I would love for you to come to all of my classes at the studio, I do know that that sometimes isn't always available, and you need to be able to grow and not just be stuck in a box of one thing. So taking some studio classes, doing a home practice, and combining those two things to what best suits your needs is the best way to do it. So that's what I'm going to give you. We're going to learn a lot more about how to create a home practice through these lessons. So stay tuned, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.